Hello, everybody. Welcome in as we start continue the final week of Tournament of Stars 3. I'm Ralphie No Pants, streaming here for you this match between the European Redcoats, their Flaming Surats team, currently in first place of Division G, leading it by, what was that, 20-some points? Oh no, 14. Both teams are locked for the first drop. First drop in this tournament, as I'm sure you've noticed by now, if you've been with us, is Trial Mechs. This week it is the Direwolf on Boreal Reach. Like I said, Flaming Surats ahead by 14 points, ahead of both the Oxypods and the Sweaty Sabers, both of which are at 85. The maximum points for this week, or for any week, is 30. So they want to get a strong showing here to secure their place. Junkyard Dogs actually fighting to keep ahead of me in the fight for 5th and 6th. Bit of a widespread here in Div G this year, but we'll see how the teams go. Got Maurice here for the Hunters of the Fjordlands, FJRD, the Junkyard Dogs, against Das Mean Leem for the Surats. He's taking a lot of shots on one side torso already. And he's open there. Oof, and there's half the mech. And there is the other half. Das Mean Leem just setting up on that hill and flanking away with those LB5s and large lasers. Setting the Redcoats up for success, he hopes, putting out 500 damage to Maurice's 330. Then on the scoreboard here. And then we will take a moment and swap the teams and the servers, since this is an EU versus North America team. We swap the servers and the sides in every match. And while they do that, I will also switch the map over to the Liao Jungle. So this next match is a 2v2 in Liao Jungle, an assault and a medium. So the maximum tonnage here is going to be 155. Maurice swapping out for Sniper Joe Mama and Shredder. Das Mean Leem trying to remember who his friends are. Bringing in Muzz, their team leader. Maybe Muzz is playing this one. Or maybe Muzz is just coordinating. Having a little fun in the chat here. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that that didn't transfer. I'm going to pull that here, because otherwise that's going to be a bit of a mess. Both teams locking in. Hunters of the Fjordlands at the expected 150 ER, coming in at 145. I'm going to guess that's a Shadow Cat and some sort of 100-tonner, but let's go find out. Map, of course, for this one being Liao Jungle. You can get in the water if you've got the feet sinks. Get a little bit of bonus from that, although it's not worth too much, but depending on some of these builds, you know, being in the water could be the difference between making it and not. Muzz here in the Stone Rhino and Psychonics in the Shadow Cat. Mishu Pishu. We'll see what he's bringing in as we see a Stone Rhino and a Vapor Eagle on the other side. Let's take a look and see which Rhino he's got here. 4 AC-10s, 2 Plasmas. And the Shadow Cat, 5 AP Gauss, 3 Plasmas. So they are leading hard into Plasma Cannons. Shredder, LB20, SRM6. Joe Mama here. 4 LB20s. Redcoat's getting the first shots off here, it looks like. Both teams went left out of their spawns. Nobody really taking terribly significant damage. Oh, Sniper looks like that one of those shots might have just hurt him a bit. Let's take a look and see what sort. No, that's still just all armor damage. Same for Muzz. You've got the Stone Rhinos trying to trade there. But at that range, Muzz's weapons are going to do a lot better than the LB20s. Yep, there's half of that Stone Rhino gone. Shredder trying to push up and get some pressure off of Sniper. But it's gone into 2 1v1s almost. Take a look over here at how that Veagle's doing. Veagle's got open head and a little side torso. Psychonic's moving slow. Oh, he's been legged. Two of them working together around that tree. Trying to get Shredder down. Shredder trying to get some points on the board, but doesn't quite get there. Muzz was lagged. And Psychonics was lagged. Yeah, with those big mechs, I understand wanting to take legs, especially in a brawl in smaller mechs. But with these big ones, I really think you want to go for the CT and just get it over with. That's 2 more points for the Redcoats. And since that's the second duel, it's actually 3. Because that means they will have taken the point for the match on the duels here. Heading into this last one, it is another medium and light 2v2. This is the last of the small unit actions, or duels. And this is a light and a medium on Steiner Coliseum, so max tonnage should be 90 if I've done the math right. Then switch the server. Switch that over. There we go. Get that for you. Lots of little switches to push. Sorry, my brain is still mostly in Irby mode after the event queue this morning. But, yeah. Team 1 locking in. Lops, Patan, and Mintaka. There we are. Yeah. King Herod and Tech 49 coming in here for the Junkyard Dogs. Both teams are locked up. Let's see what they are going to bring. Folks in chat, I will pop by and take a look if you're saying anything important about something going wrong. But you're on a 5-minute delay, so you know. So there may be a pause in there. All right, let's take a look here. We've got a Viper and a Jenner. That Viper being machine guns and medium lasers. The Jenner being heavy medium lasers. Those aren't mechs I'm familiar with seeing in this. Oh, beer. There it is. The other side bringing the Adder and the Stormcrow, which was more the speed I was expecting. AP Gauss, medium pulse, 12 small pulse, and the Stormcrow. They are just charging in. I'm trying to have that fight right on top. Heading back down even. Laps Potton leading the charge. They got some good strikes on that Viper. Looks like the dogs are going for the legs again. Eclipse Patton has an open leg. I think Tech 49 looks like he's missing a leg and a side torso. So that's him. And here is Herod. Can't tell if he's been shot in the back or if he's cooked himself. As he yeets himself into the sky and cooks himself after losing a side torso. ER coming out strong in the smaller actions, the 1v1 and the 2v2s. These are things they are generally known for being good at. Now we're moving into the regular section here, which is going to be 4 drops of 5v5. Conquest. And the first 2 are going to be on Crimson Straight here. Let's get that map up in the corner as the teams come in. The only point, so it's one cap conquest, and the cap that is active is Theta. All the other caps are still on the map, but if you accidentally secure one of the others, then you have to win not only by caps, but also getting full kills. And here we are, ER bringing in Raptorian, keeping Mintaka, Jisatsu. That's the hard one on their team. Psychonics and Claps Potten are in. The Junkyard Dogs pulling in Maurice, King Herod, Pitts, Skiamachist, and Sniper Joe Mama. So the tonnage limit for this first drop is 200. So what we've seen is a lot of teams running 540 tonners or a couple of slightly bigger mediums and lighter lights. A lot of folks have been using this to showcase the Warthog that recently became available, the Adder W, full of heavy machine guns, or the mag shots. I've even seen one team running them with mag shots and ER large lasers. And FJRD locking up on Team 1 in Alpha and Bravo. So maybe they're going to try to take maybe not the direct path back to the cap, but something over here and try to catch ER from behind or unawares. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't talked to these teams or seen them scrim this week, but let's see what they're going to do. All right. Still waiting for the teams to load in. As you can tell, I have turned off the red water. I had that disabled for streaming, but oh well. Yeah. I just did this to make sure I could get a few more frames out of this clunky old computer. Via the config files, something that folks might be interested in taking a look at as we approach CS24. Looks like Maurice. All right, he's saying they're coming in and they're doing well, so we'll see who comes in here. Team 1. Bringing Stormcrow, Adder, Cinder, 2 Warthogs, and a Viper. Let's take a look and see what's going on here a little bit. Herod, Flamer, machine guns, Jomama, heavy machine guns, pulse lasers. Where's that Cinder? Flamer and light machine guns. Interesting. So they're going through the city, while over here we see Claps Potton in the Vapor Eagle. Protophores and Plasmas. And the rest of his team has gone out to the island here, and it's usually an island in the water. These are going to be those warthogs that I was telling you about. AP Gauss, medium pulse, AP Gauss, medium pulse. Yeah, they're running fairly similar set. So what's happening over here? Junkyard dogs heading into the secret tunnel, going through the mountain. Whereas, looks like the redcoats are trying to get that taken care of, trying to sneak up behind them. Not seeing anything. Looks like the Junkyard dogs are going to grab the point to at least put a little bit of pressure on the match. Yep, only sending one to grab the point while the others set up to receive in the city.
Resource point Theta is ours.
I don't think they've seen any sign. Although if they're really paying attention, they might see that UAV over by Gamma. I'm not sure if Herod would have a view of that or not. But here comes Klops up on that rail bridge. Being followed by his warthog friends. Dropping down, still a little bit ahead. There we go, cutting in. Oh, if he's not careful, he's gonna end up with one behind him. UAVs up from everyone, everywhere. Skymakist looks to be the called target. And that's Stormcrow. But Herod goes down first. This guy going down. Psychonics taken down by Maurice. Junkyard dogs looking to get together. Focus. They're down on the numbers, but Claps and Mintaka are so low. The dogs could still pull that out. Oh, but Maurice is going to explode. And Pitts is the last one left here. And there he goes. So as the redcoats go around to get the different caps, let's take a look. Pitts right through the CT. Jamama side torsos. CT on Psychonics. Legs on Mintaka. Maurice cooking. And King Herod in that cinder. Just drilled through the CT.
Theta is controlled by the enemy.
So that's going to be the redcoats picking up the match point. And 5 of the kills. But the Hunter's getting on the board with 2 points. That updated here. We'll take a look and see if anybody did any interesting paint jobs. Reptorian, I have high hopes for you. I am slightly disappointed. But still good fighting, it looks like. Let's see who else is over here. Klops. Klops has some decorations going on there. He's got the Team name tattooed on his thigh. Bunch of bright colors, and we'll see if we can get a quick look over here. View. Not a terribly interesting paint job. Take a quick look at the stats here. Adders ER ranging from 130 to 4. Junkyard dogs from 93 to 315. Fairly well distributed. You can tell, kind of get an idea of who died first. At Vapor Eagle, I would be willing to bet tanked a lot of hits for those adders with its armor there. Those things are tricky to kill sometimes. All right, swapping the teams around here. Getting the Surats back into the Team 1 position. And getting us back to the European server. There we go. I know how to click, I promise you. Surats working hard to make sure they don't see any challenge to their first place standing so far. And they are making progress on that. Taking a moment here to get everything ready. It looks like ER is doing. I'm going to take a moment to have some water here. Everybody have some water. Do a little stretch. It's good for you. Looks like we might have some storms rolling in. Hopefully nothing too severe today. We'll find out though. But yeah, in that last match, lots of good focused fire from the Surats. Good teamwork there. Looks like they were able to isolate a couple of the Junkyard dogs from each other. And yeah. So far, the Surats flame is unbound. Is unstopped. The dog's not yet figuring out how to put out that fire. Alrighty. Team one. Yes, everything in order. Here we go. Let's get into the last drop here on Crimson Strait. This one has a tonnage of 275, which is pretty neat because this is where you start getting into the point where you can do anything. You can do a sniper in a wolf pack or two snipers in a wolf pack. You can start seeing reasonably some assaults. Last week for that first drop at 200 tons, my team brought the Stone Rhino and 4 Mistlinks because we thought it would be funny. It was effective, but mostly because we thought it would be funny. You don't see much of that going on here. As we wait for the teams to roll in. Here we go. It looks like Redcoats are going to be bringing 4 Storm Crows and a Veagle. I'm going to guess a lot of that is going to be small lasers, red lasers, and SRMs. Or maybe that Veagle will be the plasma proto-autocannons again. And from Hunters, what we can see just from the loadout here, we've got 3 Veagles, a Huntsman, and a Stormcrow as well. So let's take a second here as they actually drop in.
Command coming in. Capture and hold the resource point. Stop any hostiles that get in your way.
To see what they've brought. That's a Lacerator. 12 small pulse. That Veagle is large and medium pulses. Interesting. They heading out towards the island again? At least a couple of them. Let's see here. Jew, the 12 small pulse. Raptorian and Muzz being sent. Raptorian bringing 10 large and some large and micros. Muzz bringing large pulses and micros as well. See Muzz being careful, not getting behind Raptorian. Raptorian, a member of the Ox. Very fun group of folks. Maybe some notoriety for accidentally shooting their teammates. Skymatis, yep, 13 small pulse lasers in his Stormcrow. That Vapor Eagle LB20 SRM6, the Huntsman Ultra 2s. That Vapor Eagle also Ultra 20, not Ultra, LB20 and SRM6s. And same with that one. They are going to fight under the deck. Hoping they wouldn't. Here we go. Junkyard Dogs, 2 of them getting up top. Couple of UAVs up from either team. Time to see what happens. Oh, Schematis getting down behind him, taking out Jiujatsu. Muzz taking out Herod. Oh, there's 2 behind them now. These 3 are working on finishing off Tech, looking at pulling off his legs. But they're getting capped in the back. Oh, Psychonics taking some back shots from Maurice. Raptorian held off Shredder for a while, but eventually goes down under the deck. Junkyard Dogs coming out and showing they are ready to fight and they remember how. Just getting that focus, that drop down from the top of the deck to the bottom. Just pulling in like one shot there. Because Jew in this Lacerator, yeah, it's just a clean shot right through the back. We'll take a look at the stats right quick here. I am expecting Jew is not going to break 100, and yeah, he's only got 89 taken out that early. The rest of them around 200, with the exception of Claps, him also taken out early. But yeah, you see those big numbers, those 300s. Let's see here. So that's the final Crimson drop. The Redcoats are going to pull 2 points out of that. And the Junkyard Dogs, 6. Bam. Okay, game. Nice little stinger note there. All right, change the map over because now we're going to Polar on the North American servers. And it'll be interesting to see what the teams decide to do on this one. In the higher divisions, this is very obviously a trade map to those teams. So we'll see if we get some emulation on that here. ER known for being good with the blue lasers and making their enemies hide. Yeah, we'll see if they're gonna try that again with the blue lasers, or if they're gonna decide, never mind. We've been having so much fun getting in close, we're gonna do it again. Yeah, so if you're on the map website, the new spawns are up about a grid square, maybe a little more. I've got them roughly marked, I think, here in the little circles. Did that the other day with someone in my group, but I reserve the right to be wrong. It was late, and we were not the most lucid we've ever been. But yeah. Team swapping out some players. Junkyard Dog, Sniper, Hits, Shredder, Skiamachist, and King Herod again. ER off to Clamps Potton, Psychonics, Mintaka, Muzz, and Raptorian. Yeah, so Team 1 locked on up in their Bravo and Charlie spawns, which, as I recall, are the ones furthest from the cap point that is valid here. It's going to be... Let's take a little bit of a closer look at the map on this one. Because the cap point is Kappa, which is the one on the southern side of the map there. And Team 1 being in Bravo Charlie, maybe they've identified a ridge or a trench or a path. Maybe they're going to try a long flank, I'm not sure. Team 2 locking into Charlie Bravo, which are the ones closer to the point, which would be what you'd expect. Let's see what they've decided to do. 370 to 375, not a massive tonnage difference. Let's see if there is a difference in strategy as we go on in. All right, Redcoats. Looks like they've got 3 Kodiaks, another Shadow Cat, and an Arctic Cheeto. coming in, whereas the hunters of the Fjordlands, the Junkyard Dogs, are bringing Rifleman 2C2. I'm going to guess that's full of AC2s or LB2s. Stone Rhino 3, Kodiak 3, Hitfox C, and the Legend Timby. I wouldn't be surprised to see a mix of DACA and ATMs out of the hunters on this one, out of the Junkyard Dogs. It'll be interesting to see what they do. We'll take a quick look here at the Redcoats as they roll on in.
Command coming in. Capture and hold the resource point. Stop any hostiles that get in your way.
There we go. I can click buttons, I promise. Alright, so that Arctic Cheeto is fast. Medium lasers, machine guns, Shadowcat, heavy large lasers, machine guns. Take a look at their big boys here. What do we got? Do we have just the classic Kodiaks? AC-10, 2 plasmas, AC-10, 2 plasmas, AC-10s, 2 plasmas. More modern take on an old classic. Got the Junkyard Dogs here. Like they've got a couple of them maybe setting up around Epsilon. See what they're bringing in here. Let's see what that Timby has. That's the Howl, the Legend. ATM 9s, yep. That's the Rifleman with the 6 LB2s, Kodiak. And 2 LB10s, 2 Ultra 10s. That's an interesting build. I don't think I've seen that one before. I can see the appeal, but I'm not sure if that's one I would like. But I don't have to play it, they do. Stone Rhino Pitts has LRM 15s. 6 of them and 6 medium lasers. Alright. Is this the Narc Fox? I'm going to guess this is the Narc Fox. Yep, 1 Narc, 1 Tag, 3 ATM 3s. So the Junkyard Dogs are doing ATMs with a little bit of backup. Oh, let's see if Herod notices those Kodiaks coming up before they notice him. Oh, Herod taking a shot there. Did they get him before he turned around? Oh, and he's trapped between 2 groups of them now. He's got to run.
Enemy control.
He's got to run. So here come the Kodiaks getting up onto that little mount there by the UFO. Smoke coming down on them. Yeah. Pardon my yawning there. King Herod is hurting. Let's see if we can figure out what they did. They've legged him and they got his head. It doesn't look like he took much in terms of back shots. Let's see here. Redcoats have 1 behind. I'm going to guess that that's that Shadowcat still out there. Yep. There's a little 1v1 action going on off to the side here. Mintaka should just come on over and finish that Timby. I'd think. But yeah, Junkyard Dogs starting to back up. They're taking a bit of a pounding, yeah. And there goes Sniper Joe Mama. Claps pot and giving him the clap. And not the fun way either. That Timby is down as well. Now that Shadowcat is out on the edge, getting shots into the back and the sides. Claps Patton taking down Pitts. Shredder, the last one up, trying to find a point there, but he is just not gonna get Claps or any of the other ones down. Claps was in pretty rough shape. Let's see if we can see what he had left. Nope, little too late for that. But he was at, I think it said 30-something%, so there was not much of that bear left. So that's going to be another sweep for the Redcoats, the Flaming Surats. Dogs are just... You'd think with how much dogs know about fire hydrants, they'd have an idea on putting out these Flaming Surats. But that seems to not be the case. Gonna swap the teams and the servers one last time here as we go into the last drop. This one has a tonnage of 450. So usually what you'll see is some combination of 400 tonners and something in the 45 or 50 range, usually a Shadow Cat of some sort. That's not where you belong. There you go. Get him back where he belongs with the rest of his team. Or, some sort of a flanker or something a bit more quick. We've seen a fair number of stone rhinos and Kodiaks, so I'm wondering if they were they used the Kodiaks to save the stone rhinos for this drop, or if we're gonna see some big old boxy diaper wolves. As ER comes in, and they have themselves sitting at 435 tons right now. Both teams actually sitting at 435. We'll wait to see how that changes here as they get ready. Yep, there's the 445 I was expecting. They might have also brought a 95 tonner and a Vapor Eagle. They've been fairly fond of the Vapor Eagles, which were pervasive last year. But I haven't seen too many of them this go around. That doesn't mean it's not happening in any division or in any matches, but I just haven't seen as many Vapor Eagles recently in the matches I've played and casted. Looks like Team 1, looks like the Redcoats are just about ready. Not calling their lock yet. Probably double checking consumables, reviewing the plan. The plan is probably shoot more, shoot harder, shoot them in the face, and don't get shot back. There might be other steps to it, but I'm guessing that's at least the basic outline. As Muzz locks them in, ready for battle. Team 2 already, but they haven't called their lock yet. 440 to 445. Wondering if that means Team 2 is bringing a 95, or they're making some sorts of change. We'll have to see what the Junkyard dogs decide to do once we actually get into the drop. Alrighty, so as these teams get ready to wind down their Tournament of Stars into the last drop, let's go. All sorts of other matches being cast this weekend. I believe a couple of the other MWO Leagues channels might be rolling right now, actually. I'll take a quick look as we roll on in. Actually, we might be the last one for right now. I know there are a couple more that are going to get streamed later in the day. And a couple tomorrow as well. Yeah, that's what I thought. Redcoats saving those stone rhinos for this last drop here. And then Junkyard Dogs bringing out the box there in the Diaper Whale Alpha. They've got a linebacker, 2 stone rhinos, and a Timbies. Morale has improved. When will the beatings stop? Indeed, the question of our era.
Command coming in. Capture and hold the resource points. Stop any hostiles that get in your way.
Alright, so let's see. Tech 9, 8 Ultra 2s, Pits 4 LB20s, Maurice SRM 6s, Proto 4s, and Plasma Cannons for Herod. Gaimakis come across here in the Timberwolf S. Just the default build for that, at least default in my mind, the large pulses and the ER Meads. Over here, taking a look at the Redcoats, most of them couldn't have gotten too far too fast. But there is one over here being a little sneaky. There he is. Psychonics, once again, in his Mishipishu Shadowcat. 5 AP Goss, 3 Plasma Cannons. Not quite full long range, but he can still harass from a ways out. Well, all of his Rhino friends here find their homes. Like they are setting up a receive. Ultra 2s and 2s. AC 10s and plasmas. AC 10s and plasmas. AC 10s and plasmas. They've got a good receive set up here. Not quite a concave, but a few different levels. And a few different angles. Psychonics out here giving the scouting. Doing a bit of jump. Looks like he's taking a shot in the back from someone at some point. Let's see if we can get an idea what the dogs are thinking. Skymakist in the Timberwolf trying to give that Shadowcat some trouble, and he does it, opening the CT early. That means Psychonics is going to have to be a lot more careful from here on out. Maurice here off on the side, maybe trying to find his way back. Maybe got one call and then told to come back. We'll see. Tech and Herod taking a look on the hills. Ooh, Maurice getting a shot at, but not shot, as he navigates these low grounds, these little canyons, quite effectively. Linebacker D with the SRMs. And it looks like Hunters have called a push. Timberwolf leading that as they come up past Theta cap point. And they're in that dish.
Command confirming that we have possession of Kappa.
Redcoats noticing them moving and sending Psychonics to grab that cap point. Doesn't look like their snipers have moved too much in response to the rotation. But they've got to start getting worried about being overrun. Because they've got to see that the Junkyard dogs have at least a couple of fast mechs. Here we go. Das Minlim starting to take some shots. Still all just armor damage. Let's see how this push is going. Maurice sneaking up and around. Ooh, he's been noticed. Senpai has noticed him, and I don't think he's happy about it. Timberwolf getting some lasers across. Tech over here in the Stone Rhino caught out and up. Those high mounts are a blessing when you're peeking, but when you are trying to get back into cover, they are how you lose a side torso just like that. Muzz coming up in his Stone Rhino. Taking advantage of his jump jets. Trying to get up here. Oh, no, 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 no! They don't see each other. Oh, whichever one turns around first. Whichever one actually takes a moment. Oh. Ooh, Raptorian taking out Pitts over there. Oh, boy. Muzz open side torso now. He could have had a great ambush over there on Tech, but it's just not happening. Oh, getting a shot on the Timberwolf, taking that down. But it's still tight. There goes King Herod's Dire Wolf. The memes live too hard. Just trying to get up there, taken out, drilled straight in the CT. Heck here, the last one. And down he goes. Muzz could have been in trouble there if Tech had turned around and looked. Oof. That was worrying. That was concerning me for a moment there. That could have gone so badly. Let's see here. The dogs pulling out 1 point there. Yeah, you see Dasmin Leem, 1,000 in that. Axum. The other Stone Rhino, 7 and 6. Muzz, only 138. Shadowcat, 66, taken out early. Tried to trade too much with that. Large Pulse ER Timberwolf, which had better weapons for that range. Got him in the CT. Good matches for both teams. Yeah. So there we are. So Flaming Surats coming in with 26 points. So if I can do math, 99 plus 26 gets us to 125. 125 minus 85. They are safely in first place no matter what. They cannot be touched. Junkyard Dogs got 9 points, if my math is right. So unless... So 49 plus 9 is going to be 58. So if I get 15 points later, so they might be safe in 5th unless Black Pants Legion, the 69th Falcons Irregulars Turkinus Cloaca, can pull off at least 16 points. We'll see how it goes. The middle of the division is still a bit of a mess. 2nd through 3rd is going to get decided tomorrow, and 5th and 6th will get decided later in the day. But yeah, it's time for some baked beans and sausage rolls. You all have a good day. I've been Ralphie No Pants, and hope you all keep watching the tournament. Get involved if you enjoy what you're seeing. Join us on the MWO Comp server. There should be a link somewhere in the channel notes. If it's not here on MWO Leagues 3, it most definitely is in MWO Leagues proper. By which I mean MWO Leagues without a number afterwards. Y'all have a good day, and I will see you later.